Hey everyone, I know I'm kind of late posting this, but honestly, I just haven't been wanting to make a video on this because it's really sad, and I also just don't feel very motivated and whatnot. But this is my recap for Glee Season 5, Episode 3, The Quarterback. I never wrote anything down. This is just what I'm trying to remember. I've only watched the episode twice. Of course, when it first aired, and then I watched it like a day or two ago again, and I try to hold back all my tears. But basically, throughout the entire however long it airs, I was crying the entire time. I'm not even joking you. I mean, except for maybe the beginning, because I was so like, I can't think of the word, not in awe, but like, I was kind of excited to see Seasons of Love because that was the song I was really looking forward to seeing performed, and how they would incorporate the Rent version, like in the movie version or the Broadway version. And they kind of made it a twist a little bit, but I thought that was really beautiful the way they did it. And the songs were really great. All of them were. I loved Fire and Rain. I think that's what it is, Fire and Rain. I didn't really listen to it before the episode, but seeing it and like the solemn feeling, and it was really good. And If I Die Young was really great. I've always kind of wanted them to do that song on Glee, and the way that the actual lyrics like made sense of what was really happening was really, really tragic. And but Naya is always great at performing country songs. Like that and soul songs like Amy Winehouse and Adele, those are like her perfect range, and country songs are right next to it. She is amazing, and that whole performance was really sad when she freaked out and ran away and couldn't handle it, and that was really sad. Also, No Surrender was really great. I thought that was probably one of Mark's best songs he's done. Um, what was the other one besides Make You Feel? Oh yeah, I'll Stand By You was really great. That was the first song I cried. That was like the first part I cried because I saw Amber crying, and it's not just their characters sad, it's them as people sad, because not only did Finn die, but I kept thinking their real friend Corey died. Their family, part of their family died, and that's not acting, that's real. And I could just tell because they were all just sad, and you could tell certain people, like for example, like Chris or whoever else was in the listening to the music, weren't singing along, opposed to maybe the newer cast that were sort of the background vocals of it. I don't know if that was intentional, but it just felt like, it was too sad for them to even go on, because seeing their friend crying over a friend that died is really tragic and really sad, and it was a lot. So, but I thought that was beautiful that they did Corey's song over from season 1. I think the next scene that really got me was the Bert and Carol and Kurt scene, packing up his things and trying to move on. And they all had their little moment of talking about their moments with Finn. I think Carol's part really got. I mean, all of it was very sad, but Carol losing her son was like, oh no, I'm seriously about to cry again. But it was so sad, and them all hugging at the end. They lost somebody in their family they'll never get back again, and not just, I mean, and the worst part is it's not just Finn died, and they could have Corey flashbacks like on some shows when they kill a character off. They killed off Finn because Corey is dead and he will never come back, and that's what really hurts the most, is that they'll never get this person back in their life. And yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot to think about. So I mean, I kept thinking that, and that's why I was so upset, is because it wasn't just Finn that died, but Corey, and that Finn had so much potential. Like Sue was saying, that he would have been an excellent teacher. And he would have been the most amazing teacher ever, and I just loved him as a Glee Club teacher, and I loved him so much. I love Finn so much, and that's the only thing that makes me so sad. There's all this what ifs and could have beens, and why does life have to happen? Why did this have to happen? Why did someone so amazing have to go? And It was so many swells of emotions and just so much happening, and I was just like, oh Jesus. I also really liked that they sort of incorporated different types of grieving, because you have Santana, who was sort of angry, trying to use her wicked words and anger to cover up her pain, or Puck's, where he just was in denial and ignoring that it really happened and didn't want to cry. Or you have Mr. Shu, who was kind of holding it all in for everyone else's sake, and holding it up all inside. Or it was just in a range of emotions. Or people who were openly crying, like Tina. It's just, there was such a different array of emotions. I think that they did wonderful on this episode. I mean, it was very sad, but they put so many touches of Finn, and like when Puck said that was his specialty, when he kicked chairs, and little things that made me laugh, but then reminded me that it was a wonderful, beautifully done episode, but it was still very sad. And of course, when Leah came on, or Rachel, to sing "Make You Feel My Love," you could tell there was no acting there. And she has to be the most brave, strong woman in the world right now, because she was the person that told everyone, nope, we're gonna do this, we're gonna film this, we're gonna get through it together, we have to do our job. And she just did so spectacularly. Like, I don't know how she even had the courage. She is so brave, and "Make You Feel My Love" was so beautiful, and you could feel her emotion in the song. And I want to say, as well as even Amber in the song, they weren't all there professional, because their emotion was in that song. And maybe that's what made them so great covers, because they were just so raw. And you could tell when Rachel was singing, she was shaking and she was holding it in, and it's like, I just want to give Leah the biggest hug, and I can't even feel what she's feeling right now, and I want to just group hug all of them. And oh man, she was talking about later on that she wanted to be with him, and I knew. And sometimes I didn't like Finn and Rachel because they were on again, off again, but I knew they were always endgame. I knew, and I will still think that in my mind, that Rachel's soul belongs to Finn, and they would have been happily ever after if it was a different world. And I've always wanted that for them. So it's just, to hear Rachel say that that's what it would have been is really, it's sad. I don't know what else to put words in. Just, this whole episode was just sad, and it was just a lot. And I really liked when she put the plaque up, like the old Glee Club t-shirt, but now it's him, where the quote says, "The show must go on," or "all over the place," or something like that, from the Night of Neglect episode. I remember that part when Mercedes was trying to quit the Night of Neglect show because she was being a diva, and Finn was like, "No, the show must go on. We must prevail." And yeah, it was just, that was really great that they did that. And of course, the ending scene with Will, he had the jacket. Actually, that was kind of like the symbol of the whole episode, was this jacket that Kurt had it, Puck wanted it, and Kurt gave it to Santana, which I also really love the Kurt Tana moments in that episode. That was really great, sort of maybe developing their friendship more as time goes on. I thought that was really great, and her talking about Finn with his brother, yeah, I said that right, with Kurt, and I really liked the part where he kept saying that was my brother. And I also like that they didn't mention how he died, how Finn died, because it doesn't matter, just as well as Corey's, because it doesn't matter, he died from drugs. His death, the way he died, should not affect how people perceive him. Even now, I thought that was an important part, and I'm glad they kind of did that. I mean, there was always that curious thought, how did he die? But they never hinted at it at all, so I guess it doesn't matter. What was I saying before? Yeah, the jacket. And then Will had the jacket in the end. I thought Rachel did, but Will had it this whole time, and he just broke down. And I know I would never thought I would be crying from a Will scene, but there it was. It's just this whole episode was really interesting to see all the array of characters and how they handled death. Even Sue was emotional from, and you could tell that Jane was popping out of that moment. Her emotions were getting to her as well. It was just, I don't even know how I could. My heart just goes out to all of them even now, even though it's been like 3 months, I believe. Sorry, I don't know math at the top of my head sometimes. But it was just a wonderfully done episode, and I'm not happy that it happened, but I think that they handled it pretty well, and as actors, they were really amazing. So, all of them. So, I love them very much, and yeah, so. But I think that's all of my recap. I honestly don't, I feel like everything's just sad. I feel like there really isn't not much else to say except for it was very, very touching. But it was also a great tribute to not only Finn but to Corey himself. So I also kind of wish that Dinah and Heather were there, but of course, you know, not everyone can be there. Amongst rumors that were happening. Plus, Heather was pregnant, and that would have been kind of oddly done. But other than that, well, I was gonna say something, and I honestly just forgot. Oh yeah, they said in the beginning there was a funeral, so I guess it kind of does hint that maybe, you know, don't forget Quinn and Brittany. But you know, I really miss Corey. I really do. So. Yeah, I will probably not be doing any more recaps. I honestly just don't feel motivated. I didn't even want to do this one, but, you know, you guys asked for it, so. But Glee doesn't come back for like another 3 weeks or something, so I just don't see myself doing another recap of these next episodes. These first 3 were just kind of the essentials that I really wanted to actually kind of recap. But as time went on, I still didn't really want to, but I did anyways. I said I would, so here I am. But the next ones I'm probably not going to, but I'm really excited for Adam Lambert. Oh my gosh, him and Chris interacting is going to be amazing. And I'm happy that Demi's going to be back too, and they're all the 5 New York people. Well, I'm including Adam Lambert, not Adam Crawford. I'm so sorry. Where are you, Adam? But Adam Lambert's character, I think his name is Starchild, so that's awesome. All them hanging out, I think that's fucking epic. So yeah, whatever happens. I still love Glee no matter what they do, even if it's the most outrageous things. But yeah, I will talk to you guys later. I don't know when I'll see you, but I'll see you sometime on here. Who knows? Yeah.